Over the last 5 years or so, fast food chains have been making a real effort to improve how and from where they source their ingredients, according to the Tampa Bay Times. The more consumers pay attention to the health and environmental impacts of what they eat, the more demand there is for transparency from restaurants for better, cleaner ingredients. As consumers become hipper to the effects of antibiotic-treated meat, chains have tried to cut back on their usage and have been subject to grading systems on how well they're doing. Eat This, Not That reports on the grading system gathered from a survey orchestrated by public health and environmental officials.
Friends of the Earth recently released its chain reaction report, which looks at fast food restaurants and the amount of antibiotics they're using in their meat and poultry.
In evaluating 24 U.S. fast food companies, they gave Chipotle an A rating and IHOP an F for their use or non-use of antibiotic-treated meat. Vegetables are a little easier to source clean, but are just as important to know about when it comes to origins. And a recent newsworthy divorce has created a new pocket of transparency regarding one very particular ingredient source for mega chain McDonald's. And it all ties back to the ubiquitous business figure Bill Gates. Since the news of Bill and Melinda Gates' split was made public, it's easily become one of the biggest divorces ever. That's the sort of thing to expect when the fourth richest man in the world, worth $145 billion, splits from his wife of 27 years. One of the more interesting aspects to the divorce, which became official on August 2, 2021, is that we all got a closer look at the assets up for grabs. And Business Insider reports, we now know that Bill Gates isn't just a technology mogul. He's also an incredibly successful potato farmer. Sort of. Gates isn't spending his days doing any intensive labor to harvest potatoes, but NBC quickly uncovered that he's the largest private farmland owner in the United States.
Bill Gates, business magnate, software developer, philanthropist, nation's largest farmland owner? Yeah, you heard that right.
According to Business Insider, he owns 269,000 acres spread out over 18 different states, an acreage more than the total of New York City. Fox writes that 269,000 acres is relatively small when you consider the 911 million acres of farmland available in the United States. But the U.S. Department of Agriculture estimates other top owners only claim to have acreage in the 100,000 range, leaving Gates comfortably in the lead. People have wondered if Gates has all of this land as some element of his plan to improve the climate, as well as repair environmental conditions. It seems that his land ownership is much simpler than that, and it's just one of the many financial maneuvers by the billionaire. Gates said of the farmland purchases in a Reddit AMA, "My investment group chose to do this. It is not connected to climate." Gates owns farmland in several states that grow soybeans, corn, cotton, and rice. If you're eating carrots for dinner tonight, there's a good chance it came from his farm in Florida. But it's Gates' farmland in Washington state that's drawing the most attention. NBC reports that the plot is so large, it's visible from space. It's here that potatoes are grown, and these spuds supply the fast food chain McDonald's, where they're turned into hot, salty, and perpetually popular French fries. In 2018, Inc. reported that McDonald's buys 3.4 billion pounds of potatoes per year globally and serves over 9 million pounds of fries daily. They're the biggest potato buyers in the world, according to Taste of Home. Even if Gates isn't responsible for the entire worldwide supply, that's still a lot of fries. According to Bloomberg, Gates' investment firm sold its last shares in the world's largest independent McDonald's franchisee in September of 2020. Gates is also a vocal advocate for eco-friendly synthetic beef, placing him squarely on the outs with the Big Mac. For all of these decidedly broken ties with McDonald's, Gates remains the man behind one of the chain's most popular items. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more MASH videos about your favorite fast food chains are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.